It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Yeah, she from a small town, pecan brown, holding it down. On the way to college, dodging them clowns, fixing the crown. Yeah, off kilter but beautiful with no filters or lip fillers, making them girls jealous. But really, she simple, ain't thinking about it. She don't see what's popping, stick to herself, spiritually vibing. Her weakness is kindness, open to meeting people, but she don't see intention. She been sheltered, so when she gain the trust, believe in anything you tell her. Like a street smarts, natural sweetheart, swept off her feet by some nigga that call herself unique. They start buying and spending more time together through cuffing. Whether she with whatever, he got a hold of her hidden treasure. Next thing you know, she pregnant, stomach bulging. Homie losing composure through the term. This nigga barely sober. She insecure about his whereabouts. He quit the warehouse. She ain't hear from dude in days. Sleeping on his friend's couch. That's what he told her. But he's selling dope, trying to buy some baby coats. Caught up in the life, got arrested. Now she left the coat. Damn. Black queen in a vacant castle. It's like having a passport with nowhere to travel. Yeah. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Happy Mother's Day to start the show. Just want to go ahead and put that out there for all the ladies out there. Those of y'all with child, you know what I'm saying? Those of y'all that have adult children, and those of y'all that could be expecting or providing stepmother roles or other matriarch positions in your family. Much love and respect to y'all. Okay? Now, it's especially important that we give love to the ladies in this video because we're going to be talking about Miss Loren Lorosa responding to Akademiks, as well as Miss Gina Views responding to the DJ that don't spin. I don't know why I said that nigga name. In addition, we'll also get some feedback from DJ Head. All right. Now, as y'all should know, all of these creators have been under attack by the DJ that don't spin recently. Number one, when Gina Views came out and spoke about, the invitation to the hands that Kendrick allegedly gave to Drake, right? He didn't take too kindly to that information being put out on the internet. He refuted that information. He claimed he spoke to Drake personally, and Drake says that there was no man-to-man conversation where that ever happened, but it seems like the invitation to the hands was sent through third parties, right? So he was leaning on a technicality. He then began to talk about how much he wanted to violate on Gina Views, but she's a woman, so he was going to be nice, I guess, because they never had any real interaction before. But he continued to go in on DJ Head, call him DJ Dick Sucker, and call him all types of things out of his name. Then following that, when Loren Lorosa went out to Kendrick Lamar's and SZA's Grand National Tour out at MetLife Stadium, she put some comments out there basically implying that the DJ that don't spin was capping about the seats, about the fan reaction, about, the amount of support that Kendrick and SZA were receiving for this tour. She put a tweet out basically saying he lied and that in real life shit was looking way more lit in person, to which he also took exception to, crashed out on his stream, proceeded to disrespect her, and then said, I'm going to give you 24 hours to let me know where I lied, or I'm going to go even harder on you. Well, Loren Lorosa wasted no time. Within 24 hours, she came back and let it be known where she felt that he lied. As a matter of fact, she put up an entire thread on X showing where she believed that he lied. So we're going to pick up on her response first, and then we'll get to Gina Views and DJ Head, who had a pretty extensive conversation about their response as well. So here we have Loren Lorosa. She says 12:57 a.m. Saturday. What did Mr. No Spin lie about? A thread. Okay, so first up, she has, and this was a quote tweet. We see Mr. No Spin down here saying, B, what I lie about? Fuck you using my name in a tweet for, because you got some free tickets. So he was definitely very triggered. Not only did he crash out on his stream, he sent this bullshit on Twitter. All right. So I guess she's going to play back some of what he had to say and then go into other things that he said. All right. We're going to start here.
What did Akademiks lie about?
Okay. So she's putting the initial question out.
Loren, I'm waiting on you, and I'm going to give you 24 hours. Chat, remember this right here. 1 a.m. Saturday. What did Akademiks lie about? Loren, I'm waiting on you, and I'm going to give you 24 hours. Chat, remember this right here. 1 a.m. Saturday.
All right. So that's that. Okay. So she proceeds to bring us into what he lied about. All right. So this is the first response. She says, despite what Mr. No Spin said in a previous review about Kendrick Lamar fans not spending money, I was told exclusively from sources familiar with these numbers. Okay. Remember, Loren Lorosa got sources in the industry. She ain't just somebody who just shows up on the Breakfast Club and talks on the mic. She connected. Okay. She says merch sales for Kendrick and SZA in just New Jersey alone are record breaking. So that's not even just the ticket sales. Merch is going through the motherfucking roof, which is something that we haven't talked about because the numbers haven't been released as far as merch sales, but people are definitely buying, right? She says with SZA selling more for these 2 sold out weekends in New Jersey, she's from New Jersey, but my sources made it clear that the way both Kendrick and SZA fans have purchased just merch alone these last 2 nights were record breaking. Maybe one day those will be released to the public as well. But here is, and I remember some of y'all told me about this the other day when I first spoke about his response to Loren. I hadn't seen this video. I really don't tune into this man's streams or anything. I only get notified of his behavior via Twitter. Some of that stuff flies under my radar though. This is one of them. So here, I guess he's describing a fan. And again, some of y'all told me that he was describing Kendrick fans as broke. So I guess this is the video y'all were referring to.
Again, I don't want to dismiss this dude. I just think his fans is broke. His fans is a bunch of niggas that don't have a lineup. They got no haircut, nappy headed, or just straight up white boys who are degenerates.
When the last time we've ever seen Mr. No Spin with a haircut? Sir, your shit was growing out nappy till you decided to get your shit twisted up under that motherfucking hat. So what the hell is you talking about? And you definitely can't be saying that his fans are white, because if we were to describe the prototypical viewer of No Spin TV, the prototypical viewer in your audience is probably going to be 18 to 22-year-old white boys. So let's go ahead and just chill with that. Okay, we ain't even got, we just 15 seconds in, you already flag on the plate, nigga. And be clear, the last bit of women we seen you around ain't been black. Ain't you infamous for fucking with Selena Powell? I'll keep it going.
Who used to say the N-word? No lineup, no job, no deodorant. One of these niggas with hot breath think that when they...
And I take it a step further, fuck nigga. Didn't the Big Steppers tour, wasn't the last tour the highest grossing hip hop tour ever? So to imply that his fans is broke, they would have had to have been broke back in 2022 also, which they weren't because they showed out at record-breaking rates. Now, granted, Drake did come out doing that tour with Cole, which is two of the biggest hip-hop artists ever in the space coming together to do a tour. Made a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? The last few dates on the tour, Cole couldn't show up. Then y'all had, what was it? Who the fuck joined the tour? Was it Wayne? There's a few different niggas that ended up coming out those last couple nights. Um, Savage, I think, showed up for the rest of the tour. Whatever it was, y'all kept it going. Y'all exceeded what he did. Travis Scott came out, did his tour, exceeded. 50 Cent came out, did his tour, exceeded it, allegedly. But now he's on a record-breaking tier once again. So y'all came out, did y'all big ones, and he's coming back for the spot. So clearly, the fans ain't poor. Clearly, even if they are poor, they finding ways to do payment plans or whatever the fuck it needs to be in attendance. So you definitely contradicting yourself on that. The numbers, y'all say the numbers don't lie, but then when it gets to Kendrick, y'all say it's bots. Stadium full of bots.
They're just gonna rap a bunch of these niggas still thinking about control. Like, of course these niggas can't. These niggas, they're not taking care of their kids. Why the fuck you think they're gonna be able to pay $400 to go to a concert?
You got some nerd talking about somebody not paying, take care of their kid, nigga. Not taking care of ain't man. Adidas. We ain't gotta go no further than Adidas. Paternity. I wasn't hiding my son from the world. I was hiding the world from my kid. I'll keep going.
Oh no. So as I said, if Kendrick Lamar was giving away these tickets for if y'all niggas on food stamps, if y'all niggas are unemployed, if you get a 20% discount, if you ain't get a haircut since 2012, this shit will be packed. It would have been sold out in a minute. But these niggas are bums. I gotta be honest.
And he has no statistical proof to back that up. To me, it sounds like a stereotype based on self-hate. But, you know, I'll continue. I'll let Loren get to her other points rather than sticking to this one. But yeah, you claim that Kendrick fans are broke. They clearly were not broke to be at all these motherfucking stadiums. Packed out. So she says, now granted, that's a given when an artist is in their hometown. But we know right now nobody's running to spend money, right? The economy's all fucked up, but niggas is finding ways. She says, which I think was his point. So to have fans pulling up, selling out your shows and dropping coin should be talked about. And I know he mentioned the tickets would eventually sell out once prices dropped, but fans weren't giving broke this past weekend. None of them were giving broke at the Atlanta show that I was present for either. Everybody seemed very well put together, on their best behavior. You know what I'm saying? There was no delinquents in the crowd. Went without a hitch. No one tried to jump out the rafters on into the crowd to try to unalive themselves. Just a bunch of civilized people having a great time. And if you don't know why I said what I said, look it up. Number 3. The Kendrick Lamar SZA GNX show was giving karaoke, despite what Akademiks mentioned in a review. I think she means wasn't giving karaoke, because there ain't no karaoke here, because ain't no backing tracks, dog. She says, this is actually what made me mention him in the tweet. He's become Kendrick's tour Yelp recently. I remembered seeing his video about fans not singing along and low energy that the convo people were trying to have about Kendrick following the Super Bowl. Oh, you mean karaoke as in the crowd? Okay. Thought you meant karaoke on the mic. Had me looking forward to seeing what the crowd energy was like. It was on fire, and not just for Not Like Us. So I guess this is a previous video of Mr. No Spin trying to spin back some footage from that first night out in Minneapolis about the fans not singing along. I did see this. I never reported on it, but I did see it on my timeline. Damn, that shit 2 minutes. Fuck. Let's progress the conversation. We know what that nigga said, man. He said the crowd was lame, which I don't even feel was the case, but that's how he felt the first night. Here we have Akademiks reviews are literally that. reviews, and he's been fair-ish lately, but parts of what he said versus what is giving in real life don't add up. I mean, he said Kendrick destroyed hip-hop, which is crazy talk, but also said Kendrick was a great performer who didn't need a headline. Moral of the story, I had an expectation based off the reviews. It changed. Everything is subject to change, as you'll see below. She says, I'm out. Catch me on the pod, the latest with Loren Lorosa, weekdays for the entertainment news. I have not seen this clip of him rocking a do-rag looking like Party Next Door that got canceled. But let's see what's going on here.
That's why I said Kendrick ruined hip hop, because ever since he came with that little battle energy, that's cool. Drake and Pusha T got into it. Niggas said Pusha T won. You know what happened? Niggas moved on, and we just kept getting hits. This nigga been like it.
Pusha T was not a strong enough competitor in terms of the masses. Pusha T is an excellent rapper. Pusha T is a legend of a rapper. Pusha T has tenure in the game. He's put numbers on the board. He's, you know what I'm saying? His group, The Clips, lineage, respect, love. Never in a million years has Pusha T been on the same level commercially as a Kendrick Lamar or culturally as a Kendrick Lamar. Let's be fucking clear. So when you take a L to that, yeah, it's going to look quite different.
We've been frozen in May 2024 for a fucking year. Nobody wants to drop music because you're watching the guys at the top just only focus on this beef that's a year old. I really think he ruined hip hop because of that. That's why I said YB.
And this nigga gonna sit up here and say that they ruined hip hop, but then in another clip of him reflecting on the beef, he said he made millions of dollars off of the Kendrick and Drake beef alone. Because he got so much traction when he was out here breaking the push-up song. Everybody had to tune into his shit just to hear it before it got leaked on Twitter and shit like that. But he was the one with it. People were giving him information. Rick Ross sent him that fucking the white boy diss. You know what I'm saying? To play it first. He was staying on stream for 15 hours like he was delivering a baby. You know what I'm saying? Soaking up all the, you know what I'm saying, attention that he could possibly get. Made millions of dollars off of it. Perpetuated it. Tried to get niggas like Flop 5 on his stream to come out and literally threaten Kendrick. Get into behind the scenes beefs with people like Hitta J3 and others. Try to pour salt on every achievement that Kendrick has had since then, but you're saying that people are stuck in May of 2024 like you are not a beneficiary, along with many of us out here, but we're not necessarily complaining. But you're going to be complaining in the same breath of saying you made millions off of that battle alone, not to mention all of the other money that came in the midst of it, of people, of return viewers along the way. So you damn near benefited off this shit more than anybody while getting to be a fuck nigga along the way.
He's dropping new music. Cardi, who dropped one of the albums of the year, they're making music.
Cardi
good.
dropped the album.
But
yeah.
But here's the point I'm trying to say. When it comes to this nigga,
Who else got a good album out in
when
the
it comes to this
first few
nigga
months?
Kendrick, how did he done Drake? Like, you're acting like you said it was a knockout. I said, listen, the most I'll give you, if we gonna use a boxing comparison, yo, these niggas was squabbling. I had Drake up on the scorecard. Facts. I had him up on the scorecard. He's giving that nigga, yo, he's outboxing on some Floyd shit. But I ain't gonna cap with you. The reality, I'll say, when Not Like Us dropped, that was like a rib shot. Like Drake, he took a stand in it.
Not Like Us was a rib shot.
Yeah.
But
Not Like Us is a TKO. Nigga, the boy ain't recovered since. He don't know if he want to be a boy or a man since then. What do you mean? That was a rib shot. If we're going to say it's a rib shot, it's a MK11 rib shot where all them bitches shatter through the motherfucking x-ray when the screen stop and they show the motherfucking rib shattering and it shit puncturing a nigga lungs. You could call it that kind of rib shot, but we ain't talking about no motherfucking oh, you just got hit in the ribs, and it was like, ow. Nah. Stupid Annie.
That's not no knockout,
So
nigga.
then, so then, what's the argument though? That's
You
my
said
question.
Drake got knocked
What's the
out. I
argument
said how?
if you he got knocked out? He got knocked out. Even in
TKO.
Hard Part 6, he's almost
Sounding like a bitch. We'll keep moving.
Because I think honestly, Kendrick didn't need no co-headliner. If it's what we talking about and it's really like that, because I think it is like that. I do think it's like that.
Oh,
I don't think he needed a co-headliner. I think he could have went out here and did by his damn self.
but ain't you the same dude that was saying that he needed SZA to come out there in order to sell the tickets? Now you say he didn't need nobody? All it took was 3 nights before you changed your tune? That's odd.
I just realized that this girl is the one who used to be on the Breakfast Club. Hey, iHeart. Hey, listen, first of all, y'all shouldn't give a fuck about my opinion, but I just want to say, what's Shorty's name? What's that big mouth girl who be up there? Jess Hilarious. She cool, but she like female Charlemagne Light. Y'all need this girl up there at Breakfast Club, this Loren Lorosa chick. Yo, she was fire up there. I ain't gonna lie.
So here she's showing footage of Mr. No Spin showing the utmost respect, showing gratuity. You know what I'm saying? Gratitude. Now all of a sudden it's I'm gonna violate you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, which, sir, when you're speaking to women, you should, as a matter of fact, when you're speaking to anybody, unless you're willing to stand 10 toes down on violation, which has nothing to do with internet talk, when you threaten to violate somebody, it's only to be taken in a couple of different ways. When you say that to a woman as a man, you do know contextually that can refer to things of assault and worse. As it pertains to a man, even that should be measured with a certain level of physicality if you're willing to tell a man, I'm gonna violate you. If you're not willing to stand on that, you can't make it just internet talk. I don't give a fuck how many niggas do it. This shit ain't never okay. You or any other nigga, and I haven't heard too many other niggas speak it that way. I know out in New York, some people be like, oh, you violating or whatever, shit like that. But no, nigga. And you ain't even like that with them type niggas on a local level. So you might want to think twice about that shit. Everybody ain't going to accept it. And everybody's people in the background, more importantly, ain't always willing to accept shit like that neither. I'll let you continue because you was getting your shit off to praise Loren in this moment. This is around the time that the lawsuit hit the net.
She's the only time, like, even with respect to Angela Yee, she's the only person I've ever seen, like, do y'all news report. And I actually see, like, oh, she's coming with facts, not just reading off blogs. She's doing some work. She's pretty good. And I know what's the name is come back from being pregnant, but I hope y'all find a space for this woman because she is really good.
So he was giving her all the praise just a few months ago. But then as of recently, you're calling her the equivalent of a librarian. Funny how the tune changes.
Talked about.
Now let's get to Gina Views and DJ Head's response. Because remember, Mr. DJ that Don't Spin went on his platform days ago and tried to crash out on them as well. Ultimately disrespecting DJ Head, calling him DJ Dick Sucker. He vehemently refuted the notion that Kendrick invited Drake to a fade. And he claims that, now that all of this information is recirculating, he said that he will set it up. He wants DJ Head and Gina to set it up on Kendrick's behalf. He will set it up for Drake. And he says if Drake does not proceed, then he himself will go on his stream and call his favorite Pussy. Okay? I don't think that day will ever come. I don't think he'll ever readdress that subject again. I don't think he wants to even run it by homie, because then he's going to have to follow through with calling him puss. Okay? But nonetheless, we're not here to, anticipate violence or amp that up. So here is the reaction from DJ Head and Gina Views about those remarks?
Fallout still. I mean, I know we talked about the mall shit already.
Yeah.
But like, it's just everybody's just very upset with me.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that seem to be very, very upset with DJ Head right now.
Yeah, I'm
across the internets.
Across the streams.
Yeah.
I am very, like, I was so caught off guard. I saw Akademiks.
Who is that?
Akademiks is a streamer.
Oh, okay.
He used to co-host Everyday Struggle.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar.
With Joe Budden.
I feel you.
And the Deska.
I'm familiar.
But he had a lot of words for you. He remixed your name so many times. I said, damn, Head got all these aliases?
Well, you know what's interesting about that is I'm not even the one who said anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But somehow it was like people were telling me like it was a lot of hostility being aimed at me. And I was just like,
it was 30 minutes of hostility.
It was
aimed at you, yeah. But he said he wasn't going to go in on me because I'm a girl and I'm sitting next to a dick sucker.
Well, you know what's crazy about that is I remember seeing footage of him going in on a girl.
I've seen him going in on a lot of women.
Yeah, so I don't understand, like, why not Gina Views? Not that I want him to go in on you.
No, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, but I've actually seen him be very hostile towards numerous women.
I just knew when I seen Akademiks cause cap on DJ Head and Gigi, I just knew I was going to be a laundry bag full of dirty black bitches. I said, they don't even got my name right.
Gigi.
That motherfucker say Gigi.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no cap in nothing I say. I don't just run my mouth. I know what I'm talking about when I say.
So Gina's doubling down. She's saying no cap in her rap. She has her own sources. She know what she talking about. So please don't misconstrue nothing that she's saying as a motherfucking lie. Okay? I appreciate that. I appreciate her standing on what she said. We'll continue.
Things that I say, and I wouldn't say. If it wasn't true, I wouldn't have caught myself within that moment when I said it. Because within that moment, I realized, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I know some shit from behind the scenes that the public doesn't know. But then it was brought to my attention that multiple people have talked about this already.
Yeah.
Over the year. But you know me, I'm not the type that want to be talking about, you know, we know a lot of shit that we
don't talk about a lot of stuff.
Supposed to know.
Yeah. I mean, and they asked me about it in the bigger picture, and I was like, well, maybe Gina Views has a different source than me. I don't know. Like, ask Gina Views. Why are you asking me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if this individual has an issue, you know, they should probably.
Well, he asked for proof. Like, I'm going to help with the discovery.
Right. I'm not participating in that.
I done already seen what y'all do with information.
Right.
Yeah, add that to the evidence.
No. Matter of fact, we don't know what the fuck niggas is talking about.
Yeah, I don't even know. Sometimes I'll be drunk.
Yeah, she come up here high all the time.
High as a motherfucker, drunk.
You know what I'm saying? She don't be knowing.
I don't be knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't even know these people. Sometimes I just say shit.
See? Gina Views.
Yeah, I just be saying
Gina Views a real nigga.
Yeah. I just be saying shit. But I had almost felt like just watching it seemed like this person Akademiks has a like strong dislike for you, and I just wanted to just talk to you face to face and ask you, my brother, what did you do to Akademiks?
What did I do to him? I think what I did was, so I've been having this conversation. I talked to a therapist about this before, like a real licensed therapist, and I talked to a spiritual guidance counselor. And I've also spoken to very, very wise men about this. And the consensus is that when people who are genuinely not themselves encounter people who get to parade around and be themselves publicly, they have a visceral reaction to that individual because they are not.
That nigga said a viscery. Let me ask ChatGPT what that viscery.
I said visceral.
Visceral. How I spell that?
V-I-C-S. V-I-S-C.
V-I-S-C.
Yeah. E-R-A-L.
E-R. Oh, it popped up.
What does it say?
Oh, no. Let's ask Felicia.
No, tell me.
But I want to hear the black woman say it.
All right, let me do it.
I like Felicia.
All right, I like Felicia too. Shout out to FYI.
Shout out to FYI.
Go download the FYI app. And if you do download the FYI app, no, you do not have access to Felicia right now because she's in beta. Hey, Felicia, I'm sitting here talking to Gina Views, and I said the word visceral, and she would like you to tell us what that word means.
Look, child. Visceral, you saying? That's like that deep down gut level feeling. You feel it in your bones. You know what I mean? It's just when something hits you hard, not just in your mind, but in your soul, in your core. It's like when you see something that makes your heart race or your stomach drop. That's visceral. I'm out. Go ahead and say bye, Felicia.
Sound like an orgasm.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. Number one, all my West Coast folks, what is this FYI app with the motherfucking Felicia as, you know, the Black Siri, I guess? What the fuck? Damn. She sound authentic as fuck. She sound like she was shopping at the goddamn swap meet while telling us the definition of the motherfucker. Gave us whole Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and everything. Use it in a sentence, please. Damn. But DJ Head is right. He has this visceral reaction to anybody who speaks common sense. That's his number one sworn enemy is common sense. Anybody who possesses it is an op in his book. And we have not seen him do anything ever that would solidify him having real ops. He's just a weird ass nigga, man. Let's continue.
Well,
That's
I think
what that sound like.
so. I think what happens is
Third level on the vibrator. So you say he had a visceral reaction.
I think that people who are displeased with their stature have a visceral reaction to people who are comfortable in theirs. That's what I think.
So you're saying that because I'm gonna translate it to nigga terms.
Okay.
You saying this nigga so bothered by me being comfortable in my skin.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
He bothered by you being comfortable in your skin because he not comfortable in his.
I think that's possible.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think that's possible. Also, you have to think about it. When you are looking at, you're a 106 in Park fan. Mm-hmm. We're going to get into the BET shit.
25-year celebration.
You're a 106 in Park baby. Like, that's your shit.
Yeah.
So you looking at Free and AJ. You looking at Terrence and Roxy. You looking at Jaleel. You looking at all of these people that participate in 106 in Park. And you like, even if you go back to Miss Sita's world and like you looking at different shit, you like, man, I want to do that.
Yeah, you cooking.
I want to be that girl, right?
Yeah.
But imagine if you was on some bitter hater shit. Like black women have treated you in this business.
Oh, he talking that shit right now. He want me to stand up in my seat.
So imagine you was on some bitter hater shit and you like, man, fuck Roxy. Why she get to be that? She get to be that girl. I want to be that girl. You know what I'm saying?
So are you saying you're academic superior?
I don't look at us as the same or similar in any way.
Should he be idolizing you?
No, absolutely not. I don't think so. But I don't look at us as similar or the same in any capacity. I
don't understand. Like we joking right now, but being serious, what I don't understand is it's the same conversation like we had with Maul. Is that how I told you I wanted you to go over there so people can see that it's not any real turmoil, that there's no beef. Like this, all of us is just having fun and enjoying rap. I don't understand why it has to be such disrespect when talking about you. Especially being that you guys don't know each other. Y'all haven't had any real encounters other than because y'all got on the phone one time, right?
I went on his stream.
Like one time. But even that wasn't no disrespect.
No, I let him know as soon as I called in. I was like, hey, I don't really fuck with you like that. Like, I've said things about you. I stand on what I said, and let's have a conversation.
But did he call you a dick sucker and all of that?
No. But he's not one of, I don't expect him to. I think that's where the public goes wrong, is they expect this person to be a stand-up individual. When have you ever seen this person stand up outside of,
there was a time where you were stand-up and you didn't even know him.
That's true.
Which, I'm not going to talk about that.
Hey, man, I advocate for peace and serenity for everybody. and even people who don't necessarily favor me.
Well, you talk somebody out of doing something to somebody.
I've talked a lot of people out of doing
before all this started.
Nefarious things.
2022.
Gina views be liking to let what's done in the dark come to the light. I see how you get down, sister. She say DJ Head saved Mr. Don't Spin. Mr. Don't Spin almost got spun his ass around once upon a time. And DJ Head, the man that he's been actively participating in disrespecting for a year straight, was actually the man who stood between and said, nah, dawg, don't do him. Don't do it to him. Stall him out. And this is the motherfucking thanks we get out here, man. That's craziness. Gina View's gonna let it out.
I don't know.
21? 22. I think it was 22.
I don't know. I know there are individuals that are probably displeased with me stepping in and not allowing them to engage in certain things.
With that, if that situation happens again, would you intervene?
I advocate for peace.
Damn, you really a good nigga.
I advocate for peace at all times.
Because I'm sending a drop, nigga. I'm sending a drop.
Nah, I just think that, you know what it is too? I also remember what it was like being in school. And when I was going to my class, this is 6th grade. I remember walking to class, and I remember there was this one kid who had to go to this other class. And he hated us because he had to go to the bungalow class. And it's like, that's not on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just go to the bungalow. Like, we going to get out of there. Your lunch is 15 minutes before mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. You get first dibs on the snack packs, on the pizzas and all that.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't understand the energy.
Yeah. We just being serious, we don't need this. Like,
nah.
Like, we don't need this. Obviously, you know me. I'm an advocator for rap beef.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with media beefing with media. I feel like we all, like, because it's not even just with y'all. Like, it's other people who have, been getting into it on their shows, and this person respond on this show, and then it just go back and forth. And I don't know. I just feel like us as Black media personalities, it's already hard enough for us to get in. And that's why so many people have created their own thing, created their own platforms, so because we couldn't get in the door. That's why everybody's it's so much independent media now, because it was hard for us to get into the big buildings, the big corporations, BET, MTV, CNN, depending on who you are, like the news and stuff. So that this shit, it just sets us back.
Yeah. So, I mean, to put a bow on this, all of you media people and guys that probably want negative energy in the space, especially when it comes to the direction for me and the dealings and the entities that I'm a part of, I wish you peace and blessings. And I hope that, either somebody comes back into your life that left, or I hope that, you get to be the person that you really want to be in life. Because I think that when you are missing a piece of yourself, you have to go on a quest to actually find that, as opposed to like filling it up with just, nonsense or whatever. So I hope that everyone finds peace and what?
What? I just said all that nice shit about us being unified, and you gonna say that?
What?
You just told the nigga to go find his daddy.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't. I was saying.
If those words was on Rap Genius, it would say, DJ Head says, go find your daddy.
No, I was saying, I hope that, because I spoke about this on the platform before, right? I think that we are lacking positive male role models. That's bad.
Then you just double down on it?
Is that bad? I think we are lacking positive, which is why I try to lead by example.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gina funny as hell. The face she made. Hey, man, salute to DJ Head. DJ Head, he gonna tell you something without telling you. 100% of the motherfucking time. He gonna give you a cryptic message. He gonna send your ass a carrier pigeon. He gonna send your ass a dictionary, a thesaurus. DJ Head gonna hit your ass with a million ways to skin the cat. You feel me?
But I do understand where he's coming from. You know what I'm saying? When you're secure with who you are, you don't really got to go outside your way to make somebody believe who you really are. You don't got to go out your way to cause confrontations with every Tom, Dick, and Harry within the space. But there's something within your spirit that is unsettled about where you sit, who you have to be on a public platform on a daily basis in order to be the person you think you are. To make the money that you want to make, you have to sacrifice pieces of yourself to sit in the class, right? And we're talking about Mr. No Spin, right? He's sacrificed his objectivity, his integrity as a media personnel, as a voice in this space. He is the contrarian. He is the noisemaker. He is the thorn in everyone's side, right? And he's dedicated to being that so much that he can't even be a regular nigga on his own merit and still get love and respect. So he incites hate because that's what actually gets him the attention that he really wants for being a regular person. That's what I'm, deciphering out of what DJ Head had to say, and I don't disagree. Okay? But yeah, man, going out your way to disrespect black women along the way, that's just we not finna accept that shit, man. Need to be called out every time we see it. Cut that shit at the root, no matter who it is. You feel me? And that's just what it is. Like, yeah, he spared Gina, but then he proceeded to disrespect Loren and said, I'm coming back, and I'm gonna do even more. Right? Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby from Cameron, It Is What It Is. She had some things to say online as well. And I think he ain't take too, all she basically said was, damn, all Loren did was said you lied about some numbers and you went that far? Because he put out another tweet. What was it that nigga said? So somebody tried to, talk some sense into him. They told him calling her out of her name may not have been necessary, referring to Loren Lorosa. He gets on his Twitter page. He says, nigga, fuck any nigga, man, animal, child, person, alien who speak down on me. Stop playing with me. That bitch shouldn't mention a fucking goat like me. She a fucking library attendant. All she do is read a sheet. Big act ain't in your caliber. But just a few months ago, you were saying how badly the Breakfast Club needed her. They need to allow her to stay on the show. She does good work. But now she's a library attendant. But that's how he get on. Weirdo. Straight weirdo activity. And it's been coddled along. It's been pushed along. It's been swept under the rug. People in media all these lists continue to put him in the top, continue to put him in the conversation, give him validity while being ultimately disrespectful. This shit is weird. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there, all the mothers out there. Hey, man. J Nolan cares if don't nobody else care. I guarantee it. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.